boy, Ben. A little slower. I'll read them last. Should be after Olivia. That'll screw us up. All right. Good morning, parents, staff, Assistant Superintendent Falkowski, and our fine band under the direction of Mr. Andrew Garcia, and of course the graduating class of 2022. I'd like to welcome you to Nessacus' 2018 final assembly. Before we get started, please note the location of exits. They are in the corners of the gym and are available to anybody simply by walking the aisles nearest to the bleachers. And before we begin our procession, it is important that we recognize Mrs. Joanne Dowling. Mrs. Dowling put in maximum effort into this graduation ceremony, efforts over the last 2 days, the likes of which I did not expect for a middle school graduation, this being my first. Please, a round of applause for Mrs. Joanne Dowling. In everything she does, she is indeed the heart and soul of Nessacus Middle School, and we honor her today. Please stay standing for as our band, under the direction of Mr. Andrew Garcia. Pledge of Allegiance. Oh, please stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I apologize.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as the Nessacus Middle School Band, under the direction of Mr. Andrew Garcia, plays the national anthem. Please also note that the Star Spangled Banner will be sung by Lily Patton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
Thank you, Lily. You may be seated. I would now like to take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Drew Wendling. Mr. Drew Wendling is the Student Council President and a graduating 8th grader to deliver our welcoming remarks.
All right. Good morning, parents, grandparents, teachers, members of the administrative team, and fellow 8th graders. Welcome to Nessacus Regional Middle School's 2018 Final Assembly. First off, let me introduce myself. My name is Drew Wendling. Most of you likely don't know me, or know me as that kid with long hair. But the kid with long hair also happens to be the Student Council President. Hey, it's 2018, anyone can be president. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you for taking time out of your day to come and enjoy this event with your children, grandchildren, or even with your siblings. There's something special happening here today. We have a class that, in the opinions of many people, isn't exactly like the rest. Still, we are a class that has stuck together through 3 exciting years of learning and fun. We are a group that can stick together through any challenge, and the spirit of this class is explained best by Sonia Gandhi, who said, "Together we can face any challenges as deep as the ocean and as high as the sky." At this point in our lives, our greatest issue will be going into a new school, a monumental challenge that we will face together and overcome as a team. Although we may be the small guys again next year, we will overcome this together, just like we overcame middle school. We have been in middle school for what feels like eternities upon eternities, and some of the problems that we have faced were just epic. Think about all the projects we have been getting through all of 7th and 8th grade. It's almost unfair. And even worse, we've been getting so much homework throughout these last few months. It's just horrible. Just thinking about all these projects gave most of the 8th graders a headache. Headaches take a lot of time to recover from. But now, just imagine what we're going to have to deal with in high school. It's unfair. I can't imagine anything getting any worse. But it will. Just wait. It took almost 3 years to figure out where we were going to sit at lunch, or which table we could call our home. And now guess what? We're going to have to do that all over again. That's going to be awful. Oh wait, I know. We have to get new lockers, and even have to remember a new combination. How are we supposed to do that? Not only do we have to remember these new things, but we have to know where everything is in that old high school. I could never imagine anything getting much worse than that. These problems are literally gargantuan. Personally, I've been losing weeks upon weeks of sleep thinking about these problems. I mean, what are they going to ask us to do next? A summer reading project? But if we're being serious, this class has the chance to do something great together. Over the next 4 years, this togetherness that our class demonstrates will allow us to confront issues that are far greater than the ones that I just mentioned. Right now in Texas, there are kids our age being detained from having the opportunity to be loved by their families, which is a birthright that no human being should be denied. This issue is something a little bit different than what most classes before us had to confront. As a class, we can come together as one student body, as a team, to voice our opinions and stand up for what we think is right. We have an opportunity to change lives for some children, and it could all start with us. Our conversations at Wacona could spread across the state, or even the country, to influence change in our society on a much larger scale. But not all classes can do this. We have this rare thing in our graduating class that most others don't. We have each other to help strengthen our voices. We are together working as a whole to potentially change history with our class. We could be the ones. Congratulations, class, but this is only the beginning of something very special.
Thank you, Drew. At this time, we would like to welcome Olivia Kick-Nalepa to the podium for the presentation of the class gift.
Good morning. My name is Olivia, and I am the treasurer of the Nessacus Student Council. I'm here to tell you about this year's class gift. Let me start off by mentioning that our school is made better by each and every one of your contributions. From paying for dance admission to entering raffles, you all have made this possible. As you may know, our school sells plastic water bottles with lunch. The amount of plastic that is thrown away disturbs us all. Although we do some plastic recycling, many of the bottles go into the trash and then into our environment one way or another. Our class gift will be a plastic recycling bin for every classroom. This will help our school expand the amount of recycling we do and help leave a more positive impression on our earth. You may also know that over a month ago, Student Council hosted a dance and a raffle to fundraise money to donate to the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. The high school is known for their environmentalism, seeing as Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, the woman who the school was named after, was a conservationist that made amazing efforts to protect our earth. We believe that the greatest gift we could give to them is the gift of making a beneficial impact on our planet. We know that not only will the recycling bins benefit our school now, but they will hopefully benefit the future of our school and our earth. Thank you.
Excellent job, Olivia. At this time, we would like to welcome for some tribute speeches for our retiring staff, Claire Neff and Eva Eberwein.
Good morning. I'm Eva Eberwein, the Vice President of our Nessacus Student Council.
And I'm Claire Neff, the Secretary of Student Council. We would like to recognize two very important teachers who are retiring, Mrs. Desatel and Mr. McDowell.
It was once suggested that a good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. We are honored to celebrate both Mrs. Desatel and Mr. McDowell, who truly reflect these qualities. Mrs. Desatel is a teacher who has helped us explore and consider options for our future. In her music tech class, we learned many skills, we researched future possibilities, and we had fun making movies and soundtracks. Mrs. Desatel was also the chorus director. In this role, she led the chorus to many awards when they went to Music in the Parks, a musical competition at Six Flags. On top of everything else, she regularly helped out with the theater program at Wacona. Her class and her teaching inspired us to find creativity in everything we do.
Mr. McDowell has taught engineering tech at our school for 14 years. He ran the Outdoors Club several years, and this year he ran the enrichment class, Exploring the Outdoors. Every morning he's in charge of video club. Mr. McDowell always made sure that his classes were enjoyable and that we were working on great projects. He has taught us to problem solve and never give up. Author George MacDonald once said, "To be trusted is a greater compliment than to be loved." Mr. McDowell was certainly a teacher in our school that we could all trust. Despite what George MacDonald said, we loved him too.
We are also grateful to have had you as teachers throughout the years.
We hope everything goes well for the both of you in your retirement and future adventures.
Our Nessacus community will miss you both greatly.
Excellent job, ladies, and thank you, Mrs. Desatel and Mr. McDowell, for your years of service to Nessacus Regional Middle School. I would now like to welcome to the podium Mr. John Demler to read the student awards and presidential awards.
Don't ever give me a microphone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's my distinct honor to be the bearer of awards. It's the best job. We're going to start with the Nessacus Band Award. The Band Director's Award is awarded by the band director to a student who has made excellent progress on their instrument, and this year that award goes to Maxwell Boland. Okay. These awards were actually handed out yesterday, so the students will just be standing to be acknowledged. Thank you. Okay. The next award is the Jan Miller Math Award. Jan Miller was a paraprofessional here at Nessacus who had a great passion for mathematics. The Jan Miller Math Award is presented to a student who over 3 years has demonstrated growth and perseverance in his or her math studies. This year, the award goes to Lillian Himes. The next award is titled the Joanne McMahon Spirit of Nessacus Award. Joanne McMahon was a school secretary who was very proud of her school and was always willing to lend a helping hand to others. The Joanne McMahon Spirit of Nessacus Award is presented to a student who over 3 years has demonstrated these same characteristics. This year, the award goes to Arlen Kiefner. The next award is the Lori Katie Kindred Spirit Award. This award is presented in memory of Lori Cady, an administrative assistant who showed kindness and friendship toward others at Nessacus. This award is given to a student who shows the same kindness and friendship towards others as Lori did. And this year, the award goes to Hannah Conley. Okay, I shall now move into the realm of academic awards. The first is the Art Award, and that recipient is Logan Sargent. The Computer Award has two recipients, Kara Lytell and Brett Wasik. The World Language French Award goes to Mademoiselle Piper Filiot. And there are two Spanish awards. The first is to Señorita Lily Patton. And El Señor Nicholas Salonetti. The Language Arts Awards, there are three recipients. They are Leah Duquette, Julianne Kuiper, and Lily Patton. There are six recipients for the Mathematics Awards. If you can hold your applause, I'll read those names out with pleasure. The first, Liam Anderson, Alice Eberwine, Piper Filio, Devin Haley, Arlen Kiefner, and Logan Sargent. The next award is the MVP Award. Now, the MVP Award is presented to the PE student or students who demonstrate the highest level of sportsmanship and effort. These students serve as role models of fitness for their peers both in and outside of the classroom. This year, the recipients are Eva Eberwine and Luke DeSico. Three students will receive the Science Award this year, and they are Eva Eberwine, Nicholas Salonetti, and Drew Wendling. There are also three Social Studies Awards. This year they go to Luke DeSico, Olivia Kik Nalepa, and Nicholas Salonetti. And two people receive the Technology Award here at Nessacus. Those two people are Nathan Brown and Noah Kissel. I will now read a letter from the White House. This letter says the following: congratulations on receiving the 2018 President's Education Award. Mrs. Trump and I are proud to join your family, friends, and teachers in celebrating this outstanding achievement. Through hard work and perseverance in the classroom, you have earned this great honor and set your path towards an even brighter future. We commend you on this accomplishment, and we send our best wishes for continued success as you further your education and pursue your dreams. Signed, Donald Trump. So I'm going to read. I'm going to read a list of names. Those persons will stand as I read them. Okay, if you can hold your applause, there are a number. So this first group of people will receive the President's Award for Outstanding Academic achievement. Excellence, excuse me. Academic excellence, pardon me. First name, Liam Anderson. William Curtis. Luke DeSico. Leah Duquette. Eva Eberwine. Piper Filio. Sophie Gordon. Charlize Henshaw. Julianne Kuiper. Olivia Kick Nalepa. Noah Kissel. Claire Neff. William O'Neill. Logan Osorio. Lily Patton. Nicholas Selenetti. Quinn Walton. And finally, Drew Wendling. A huge round of applause, please. And now I'll read another list of names. They will receive the President's Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. We begin with Brennan Anderson, Zachariah Anand, Errol Bates, Hannah Conley, Ellis Eberwine, Ariana Garso, Devin Haley, Arlen Kiefner, Priscilla Lee, Angelique Lebec, Haley Lorette, Amber Pensivy, Lily Robb, Colin Rozier, Olivia Weiner, and Benjamin West. Another huge round of applause. And I will relinquish the microphone to Mr. Fulkowski.
Thank you, Mr. Demler. And if you would like more of Mr. Demler, he can be seen on stage. He's a fantastic Spanish teacher, and he is also the voice of the Nessacus Regional Middle School voicemail. So if you've ever had to leave a message, you've had the pleasure of hearing Mr. Demler's voice. And if you'd like to hear more, 684, never mind, 0780. Before we begin to the distribution of certificates, I'd like to just share a few remarks with the class of 2022. As I was thinking about sort of what to say to wrap up this school year, I borrowed a quote from Tom Waits, who at times in my office, as his picture hung across from my seat, was one of my closest confidants in this position. So he said, and I think he summed it up great, when I was younger, I wanted to be older. Now I am older, and I am not quite so sure. I want to encourage you all to look at today's assembly less as the end of middle school and more as the kickoff celebration to the best decade of your lives. In the next 10 years, you could choose a college major or go so far as to begin working in the job of your dreams. You could experience the magic of that first crush or even meet that special someone who becomes your partner for the rest of your life. Some of you may even be married by the end of this next decade. You might hit that first home run with Coach Dowling cheering you on in high school softball, or excel at your chosen sport to the point where you don't have to worry about paying for college. You may gather with your classmates to advocate for something like gun control, or you may end up on the Capitol steps leading a much larger movement. At the end of this decade, some of you may even be contemplating a run for public office. No matter what happens to you, there isn't an adult in this gym that wouldn't kill to be your age again today. And the decade from the age of 14 to 24 is magical, and I wish you only the best in the coming years. For the presentation of certificate, help me out here. For the presentation of certificates, I would like to welcome individual homeroom teachers to the stand, and we will begin reading names. I'm going in just a second. First, Mr. Daly's homeroom. Owen Baker. Zachary Bondini. Philip Bushy. Blake Casella. Blake Casella. Darren Cloran. James Connors. Emily Fontaine. Ariana Garceau. Lillian Himes. Julianne Kuiper. Noah Kissel. Keegan Lennon. Claire Neff. Dylan Newton. Shaylin Knopper. Benjamin Noyes. Logan Renderer. Dominic Scalise. Tristan Sheldon. Drew Wendling. I'd like, thank you, Mr. Daly's homeroom. Miss Tell's homeroom. Maxwell Boland. Joshua Burrows. John Sabula. William Curtis. Grace Elliott. Bailey Goodrich. Devin Haley. Arlen Kiefner. Riley Kiernan. Caitlin Kamon. Quinn Lennon. Angelique Levesque. Haley Lorette. Kiara Lytell. Jillian Menard. Lily Patton. Cole Pierce. Janelle Smith. Natalie Tarbox. Mackenzie Taylor. Michaela Torrey. Taylor Vidoli. Peyton Webb. Benjamin West. And Tyler Aiken. Congratulations, students in Mrs. Tell's homeroom. Next, we would like to recognize Mrs. McDermott's homeroom. Zachariah Anand. Nathan Brown. Hannah Connolly. Eva Eberwine. Brittany Gaudette. Olivia Goins. Alexander Harrington. Noah Kelly. Olivia Kick Nalepa. Cameron Lee. Joseph Massaro. Aaron Pierce. Madeline Rikers. Chris Safford. Logan Sargent. David Strebel. Max Tobler. Zoe Wall. Quinn Walton. And Olivia Weiner. Congratulations to Mrs. McDermott's homeroom. We would now like to recognize Mr. Fielding's homeroom. Lily Alibozic. Ashley Chafee. Ryan Clemo. William Clemo. Cameron Dayhill. Jason Dion Jr. Ellis Eberwine. Kevin Esco. Connor Harford. Charlize Henshaw. Jace Lavoy. Patrick Lorenz. Nicholas Marshall. Matthew McCormick. Bryn Neal. Ella Quinto. Lily Robb. Molly Shippey. And Lindsay Welch. Congratulations to students in Mr. Fielding's class. And we would now like to present certificates to Mr. Hoag's homeroom. Brenna Anderson. Or Brennan. Liam Anderson. Errol Bates. Samuel Broderick. Graylin Brophy. Benjamin Corley. Good job. Chad Daniels. Joseph Diver. Cody Doyle. Marasia Gibson. Sophie Gordon. Elizabeth Kruk. Colton Lacrosse. Priscilla Lee. Cameron Lewis. Caleb Nim. William O'Neill. Logan Osorio. Amber Pensivi. Brianna Portieri. Colin Rozier. Nicholas Salinetti. Brett Wasik. Aiden Wesley. Jacob Wood. And Mariah Woodward. Congratulations to students in Mr. Hoag's homeroom. We would now like to recognize students in Mrs. Baker's homeroom. Owen Alfonso. Kendall Benlin. Christina Kusan. Luke DeSico. Mason Douglas. Leah Duquette. Piper Filio. Wyatt George. Bradley Noyes. Natalie Pollard. Colin Quintero. William Rudd. Ryan Scott. Jonah Smith. Dylan Smith. Kira Tuck. And Jaden Warner. Congratulations, Mrs. Baker's homeroom, and to all graduates. What's that? Yep. Middle school exists to give all of you a space to work out the bugs. Before taking your considerable dreams, talents, and goals to high school, college, and to the world in general, I wish to extend my gratitude to the class of 2022 and wish you all only the best as you discover what it means to be you. Thank you. I would like to remind all parents, we will begin our recession. Students will march to designated areas and then exit the building. You can meet, students can meet with their families outside the building, and please take advantage of areas of the school to take family photographs and such. And please, audience, if you could just wait until the last graduates are out before leaving, we would greatly appreciate it.